Good morning everyone, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent. Good morning. It feels warm inside the flat. I think though the weather outside isn't too hot, I don't think it's boiling outside. Yeah, so I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. Just woke up, saw it was 6 o'clock, then I went back to bed for a bit, and then my alarm wakes me up at 7:20 anyway, 7:20. So I just got up slowly, and that's what I've done. I've got up slowly. I'm not in a miserable mood, I'm not angry, I'm just normal. I went to visit my mum Jennifer yesterday. My mum is nearly 80 and she struggles and she's not getting any support, so I hadn't seen her for a couple of weeks. She's roughly in the same situation as myself. We're trying to get help and support for ourselves and we can't, and neither of us can understand why. That when we try and get help and support, we either get fobbed off. Me myself get given numbers that I ring and they don't come to anything. They're either not for my age group or not the support I need, and the people say, I don't know why you've been passed on to us, because you don't qualify for this. So either the people at victim support aren't qualified enough, or they're just not understanding something. So my mum, she gets workers and they disappear. They ask her if she's got any money and then they disappear. So we had this with the police asking my mum for money and asking her that for £200 so that she could go to somewhere safe. And police should never ask you for money. It's something they should never do. So we both know if something underhand and fishy and bent is going on, but then when we can't do anything about it, because my mum and my mum's a pensioner, I'm on benefits, and they know full well that we can't go to get legal advice, especially my mum who's a pensioner. So they're preying on our vulnerabilities and getting away with it. So there you go. I personally, I'm in the same situation as my mum, so I can't really help my mum. And the more you dig, the more there's just a mess. Like, why isn't anybody helping? Why are the police not doing anything? But we can't come up with any answers, so we both just have to carry on like this way and do the best we can. And I think that's going a lot for a lot of people in this country. It's lawless Britain. You can't get hold of a police officer. You wait ages if you call in an ambulance. But other people seem to be getting help. So here I am today, suffering the same problems I've been going through for the past 5 years, and they're getting worse again. They were getting better, now they're getting worse. I heard from my doctor's surgery yesterday, Maritime Health, because my mum's is the Matrix. It's called the Matrix, my mum's doctor's. So I heard from Maritime Health, and to get referred to the sleep clinic, right? So this Chinese guy, because I'm having all this trouble with noise, referred me to the to my doctors, to the sleep hygiene clinic. Now, to get to the sleep hygiene clinic, I have now heard back from my doctors yesterday, and they want me to fill in an e-consult form. Now, my mother hasn't got a computer. She wouldn't be able to do that. So how would an elderly person, do you understand how it just, especially the elderly that struggle with technology or can't use a computer, how can they possibly get referred to places, right? So I'm not elderly, so I've got to fill an e-consult form in to get an appointment for the sleep hygiene clinic. Now, the police will not investigate why I'm being harassed. They won't. Apparently Chelsea Liart is getting help from the police with the trolls on her TikTok. Right? I'm not getting any help. They fobbed me off. They closed the case. Right? So she was going on yesterday about how the police are going to investigate, how the police are going to shut accounts down and do this and do that. But the only thing that I do is block people. Block them. I've had a message from a flirt finder site last night, and I got home from my mother's, and it's another fake name. They make names up. Very clever they are as well. Like Joe Boggins or Edward Kitchen. Do you know what I mean? They make these names up. Then they text me, Crystal, what are you doing this evening? And then, of course, I start getting a load of trouble. You know what I mean? The trouble starts. So I was around my mum's, and I'm getting this message from a Tom, and they turn around to me and say they are a truck driver. So I get home from my mum's, I'm tired, I'm emotionally drained, my mum needs help and support, so she vents all her feelings onto me when I go around there. And when I come home, I'm exhausted mentally, I'm tired, I've got my own problems to deal with that aren't going away, they're getting worse. And so I get ready to take Max out, just after 7. And I reported the harassment, especially from, it was lads, to the police. One occasion I couldn't get into my flat, couldn't get access without going past 4 or 5 lads and their girlfriends or sisters, whatever it was. And they were slamming the door. And the police said to me, well, how do you know they were doing that? Well, you know, don't you? You know when you're being intimidated, for goodness sake. So it stopped. It stopped. It stopped for a while. And then recently I did 2 live streams inside my flat, not outside. When I was doing them outside, I was being intimidated by lads on bicycles and bikes, and inside the hallway, like every time I came out, they were making a noise, they were thumping in the lift, banging about, screaming, shouting, and it was awful. So I reported it to the police, and I reported it to the housing, and the housing reported it to the police as well, and it is the police's responsibility to investigate what's going on. Nothing. They do nothing. So for a couple of weeks it went away. Did a couple of live streams, and it seemed to be at it again. So I goes down the stairs with Max, and it's like from the floor above, shouting and noise when I'm coming out of my flat. So go down the stairs, put my stuff in the bin, and they're making a load of noise behind my back, and I don't even turn round. Don't turn round, just get out the flat and take my dog for a walk. And it is intimidation. It is. So I went out for a walk last night on my own with Max, and I'm, you know, there's a large lady on a bench with jeans on. There's a female jogger coming towards the green tent, and it looks like a thin version of Chelsea Liart inside a tent doing this. Inside a tent on the field. And I just feel embarrassed. It's like, why? You know, a young woman inside a tent. Why? She's dressed up like Chelsea Liart, but about a size 12. The night before, someone had shouted, "Fat!" something or other. Whilst I was walking around the field in Rochester. Chelsea Liart lives in Oxford. And then we've got the Thames Valley something, and they you know, you've got the Metropolitan Police in London, and you've got Thames Valley, I think, police or something like that. So you've got a Thames Valley van down here. And it makes me wonder if they're trying to cover something up, or they're trying to make me out to be someone I'm not, and I don't get paid. I wish I could go to Home Bargains and buy the whole of Home Bargains, and I can't do that. I've been struggling this week really badly. And thanks to my mum, I'm going to be able to go and get some bits later on. But I'm just saying, what is this? Like, what is it? Anyway, this Tom, or whatever his name is, right, this Tom. I said, "Where's your photograph, Tom?" I said, "It'd be nice to see what you look like, because it's just a guy's profile, but no picture, right? Oh, I'll send you a picture when I get home from work." I haven't got one, so I can't see what he looks like. And I just carry on with what I'm doing, because this is what they do. They just nosy. "What you doing, Crystal? What you doing?" And I just carried on with what I was doing and ignored them. I watched a film last night about this woman that needed to get hold of some money, and what she did to try and get hold of this money. It's a good film. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, this film. Just find the film I was watching last night. Oh, a new Netflix series, Hostage. I haven't watched that yet. That's something to watch. The film I was watching, Night Always Comes. Night Always Comes. That's the film I was watching last night.
Fuck you, Captain Yardley. Fuck you very much. I can't believe it. Did you say that? Wow, sir. You're welcome.
That's not the one I was watching. But honestly, that was a good film, but I didn't watch it all, because I had an hour left to go, and I thought I feel tired, and I went to bed. So my drained yesterday, mentally drained, because my mum just gave it to me, you know. I told you I'd rather have that than sit here and just put up with the crap that I'm getting just lately. So I've got up, managed to get up. I had a bit of pizza last night, Chinese chicken pizza. It was lovely, so I had food. Yeah, this used to go on in my previous address. I used to walk down Chatham High Street and you'd have women stuffing pasties in their face, yamming pasties in their face in front of me. When my dad was alive, my dad and I went into the pound shop and this woman just came up to me and told me to fuck off. And my dad said, "Did you know her?" I said, "No, I don't know who she is." It's been going on for ages, this bullying and corruption. It's a blonde woman as well. She went, "Fuck off." Walking down with my dad down the pound shop aisle, and she went, "Fuck off." And my dad saw it. These strange things that go on, just unbelievable. I felt unsafer in my other place than I do in here, because at least this place has got several locks on it and keys, and to get into here, you know, they get fed up. But it's just the internal bullying, getting bullied from inside. I stay in my flat, keep myself to myself. I have things delivered to my home because, you know, if you think it's bad inside, when I go outside into a shop, it's worse. So you just learn to cope with it. It's social media, I'm afraid. You get evil people stalking you on social media, and then it spreads to when you go outside. And I've been on YouTube since 2009, so this is nearly 20 years of this trolling, which started from YouTube. And it may have started way back to 2004 when I left my ex-husband. Even when the internet first began. So this Tom is supposed to come from Glasgow, Scotland, and you know, there was a guy that was talking to me from Scotland in 2009 and 10, and the police spoke to him and said, "Can you leave Crystal alone?" And the police left Victoria Road, and he rang my phone again and started it again after 2 female police officers left. So they don't care. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1911, the Mona Lisa was stolen by an ex-employee of the Louvre, who was rumbled 2 years later when he tried to sell it to an art dealer. We still don't know what its subject is smirking about, or why she doesn't have any eyebrows.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:10 a.m.
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:10 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Thursday, the 21st of August.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 15 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 10 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What happens if you cross a werewolf with a sheep?
Who's there?
You have to get a new sheep.
No, who? No. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong address.
Alexa, which celebrities were born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 21st of August include Scott Bessent, Princess Margaret, Robert Lewandowski, Kim Cattrall, and Usain Bolt.
Right, guys, so another day of the same old SHIT probably, but we keep holding our head up high, keeping our chin up and carrying on, because that's what we British do. So I've got to take my dog out for a walk, and the same shenanigans, this organised gang stalking, neighbourhood harassment. Not very nice, but I have to deal with it, so I get on with my life and just ignore them. And the best thing to do with these people is to ignore them. And then they might realise they're not worth my time and bother. I hope everybody has a good day. I should do more videos when I come back home, and I'll see you later.